Okay, hi everybody. Thank you for having me. My name is Justin Kay. I'm a co-founder at a company called AI.fish. We are currently working on a number of projects applying AI and machine learning to problems in marine sustainability and conservation, one of which I'm going to present right now, an AI-powered software that we're building for fisheries in Hawaii. So billions of people worldwide depend on the ocean for food, and hundreds of millions of people also depend on the ocean for their livelihood. So there's a lot at stake in sustainable management of the ocean. Unfortunately, 85% of marine fish stocks are either fully exploited or overfished, meaning we have fished in those areas at such a rate that is not sustainable and the populations are declining. Furthermore, a large portion of US seafood catch is bycatch, and that refers to organisms that are unintentionally killed as a result of fishing activity. And 20% of global seafood catch is illegal, unreported, or unregulated. So we struggle to make good, sustainable fishing policy without a full picture of what's going on at sea. So fisheries around the world are starting to implement electronic monitoring. And this refers to systems of cameras and sensors that are on board commercial fishing vessels that collect data and then are analyzed back on land to determine what fishing activity has taken place. This could include the fish species that are caught, the location they're caught, encounters with protected species, etc. So as you can imagine, these systems are collecting a lot of data. They're recording 24 hours a day for the entirety of the trip, which can last anywhere from a couple weeks to a couple months. And this presents a good opportunity for AI to help increase the viability and the scalability of these systems by automating the analysis of the video that comes back. So specifically, the AI systems need to be able to count and classify the species of all the fish that were brought on board over the length of the trip, and that can help regulators create policies for sustainable fishing in different locations. So there's actually already an open source data set for electronic monitoring imagery put together by the Nature Conservancy. It's called FishNet AI. It consists of around 35,000 images with bounding boxes and fish species labels for detection and classification. All of these images come from Longline vessels, and that refers to fishing boats that have basically a very long line with hundreds of hooks on it that gets reeled in, and they bring the fish on board one at a time. So it creates a pretty good opportunity for clear images of fish as they're brought on board. It's still a challenge for detection because of various qualities in the images, such as bad weather, the location of the camera, etc., as you can see from a couple images that I've selected here. But the real challenge is not just in detecting fish in individual frames, but tracking them over time. So maintaining a constant ID per each individual fish that's brought on board, so that in the end we can give an accurate count of how many fish were actually caught on the trip. And this is made more difficult by what's called occlusions. That refers to, in this case, people or gear getting in the way of the fish over the time that it's on board. So from this short clip, you can kind of get an idea. There are a number of people on the deck at all times, and there's gear in the way, and it's a pretty big challenge to keep track of this fish and not, think that a new fish has appeared when really it was just hidden for a while. And so actually, kind of the state of the art multiple object tracking algorithms right now struggle a lot with this kind of data, and the current best performing methods don't really produce a reasonable fish count for us in the end. So it's a pretty exciting research area for AI, I think, related to electronic monitoring. I just want to say also thanks to the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation. They're funding this project building this kind of video analysis software for the Hawaii fisheries. So thanks again for having me. If anybody has any questions, feel free to contact me if you'd like to talk more. Thanks.
Great, thank you, Justin. Just a side comment, it's not really a question, but I think for like identifying and re-identifying like fisheries, I think there are some previous work for slightly different purposes, like the Wild Book project. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. I think they have some work on that, and you might want to check it out. Although, yeah, it is for probably a slightly different purpose, but maybe some technical stuff can be transferable.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the Wild Book work is great, and we've definitely referenced some of their techniques.